Welcome Retail 101ers to another TMOL episode hosted by Mark Lack from Retail 101 Online. What's a TMOL? T-M-O-L, I hear you ask. Well, it's a 10-minute or less episode where I expand on a narrow element from a larger episode or cover something I have missed or something that a listener has asked a question about. After completing episode 9, Unlocking Retail Secrets, Decoding PSPSPP for Retail Success, I spent a lot of time going through each of the individual elements of PSPSPP for the operations team. However, one of my listeners sent me a message and asked for some information about what a new store manager should be doing when they take over a new store. So, I have put together this TMOL where I give you the ultimate guide to your first 100 days as a store manager. Of course, one of the first jobs you need to do as a store manager is to subscribe to this channel so that you have all the information you need to be successful. Shameless plug, I know, but the more people that like, subscribe and ring that bell, it really helps the channel to get its message out to more people. So, without any further delay, I have of course broken this down into 3 things. The first 30 days, the second 30 days, and then the last 40 days. So let's get into it then. As a new store manager in a retail setting, your first 100 days are crucial for establishing yourself, understanding the operations, building relationships, and setting the tone for success. We move first into days 1 to 30, which is learn and observe. During the first 30 days as a new store manager, focus on learning and observation to gain a thorough understanding of the store's operations and team dynamics. Firstly, understand the store. Familiarise yourself with the store layout to include the store floor, offices, back store rooms, goods receiving, and the physical location in the community. Start to get a feeling for the community, how your customers get to your store, who their competitors are, and what types of complementary stores are in proximity to your own store. Secondly, meet the team. Introduce yourself to your team at all levels with several one-to-one, one-to-some, and one-to-many meetings to learn about their roles, challenges, and valuable insights into daily operations. And thirdly, interact with customers. Spend time on the floor observing customer interactions, gathering feedback, and identifying areas for improvement to enhance the overall customer experience. Make sure that you speak to customers in every department, especially the full service departments and the checkouts. You will also want to assess sales figures, key performance indicators, and operational metrics to identify trends and areas requiring attention or strategic focus for future planning and decision making. This proactive approach during the initial phase will enable you to make informed decisions and establish effective strategies for optimizing store performance and fostering a cohesive team environment. So, with days 0 to 30 out of the way, we're now into days 31 to 60, setting goals and developing plans. Now that you have a foundational understanding of the store, the team, and the customers, along with the current performance, you can now take some time to develop your plans. Firstly, develop action plans and set the expectations. Identify the key areas for improvement based upon your observations and the feedback, such as customer service, staff training, or even inventory management. Create strategies and action plans to address those identified issues and achieve the performance targets. Secondly, training and development. Based on the identified competency or skills gaps, you can now start to implement training programs for the team to enhance their skills and knowledge. And thirdly, enhance the customer experience. Based upon your discussions with customers, you can now start to implement initiatives to improve the overall customer experience, such as enhancing displays, product placement, or streamlining checkout processes. By putting together your action plans, setting the expectations with the team, starting to implement training and development for them to fill the gaps, and then making the right moves to enhance customer service, you are well on the way to improving the store performance. Okay, so we're 60 days in now, and we can start with days 61 to 100. Implement and evaluate. Now that you have carefully evaluated the team and have your plans in place, the final part of the first 100 days is to fully implement your strategy and evaluate the early results. Firstly, execute your action plans. Start to roll out the changes and improvements that were identified based upon the strategies that were developed. Secondly, monitor progress. Continuously assess the impact of the implemented changes on both the performance metrics and customer satisfaction. And thirdly, engage the team. It is very important during the transition stage to maintain open communication with the team. This allows you to gauge team acceptance to the changes and enable you to provide feedback and recognise achievements. Of course, it is also critical that you review and adjust as you go. You need to conduct regular reviews of the operation and the strategies you have put in place, making adjustments as needed to optimize performance and achieve those performance goals. So that's it, your first 100 days as a store manager in a new store or as a new store manager. Of course, you could also activate this 100-day plan even in your current store as a way to get your store on track and up to speed. Some additional tips from me for you. Firstly, seek feedback. Encourage open communication with staff and customers to gather feedback and insights regularly. Secondly, build relationships. Establish connections with stakeholders, including suppliers, local businesses, and community members. And thirdly, stay agile. Remain flexible and adaptable to changes in market conditions or customer preferences. Most importantly, lead by example. Demonstrate leadership qualities through professionalism, integrity, and a positive attitude. Learn not to blame past errors and previous store managers, because remember, at some stage in the future, you will also be a past store manager. By focusing on learning, planning, implementation, and evaluation during your first 100 days, you can lay a strong foundation for success and build a motivated, high-performing team committed to delivering exceptional customer experiences. I hope this has helped somewhat in understanding the first 100 days as the new manager in a store. If you can think of anything else, then you know how to find me. Send them to me on LinkedIn, X, or the retail101online.com website, and I can add them to the list. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell wherever you get your podcast fix, so you never miss out on the excitement of our next episode drop. Cheers to the retail revolution.